In the year 1901, a woman was taken to an institution for the mentally insane in Frankfurt, Germany, after showing signs of severe memory loss and disorientation. Something was destroying her memory and other important mental functions. This woman, named Augusta Dieter, who had previously lived a completely normal life, was now no longer able to take care of herself and had to deal with a chronic condition that was yet not known to anyone. On November 25th, Augusta was introduced to a German psychiatrist and neuropathologist. This man was a success, who had devoted his life to the study of the brain and pathology of the nervous system. His obtained medical degree and knowledge of the cortex of the human brain gave him the authority to help and study Augusta Dieter. This man was named Dr. Alois Alzheimer. Fascinated by her condition, Dr. Alzheimer spent 5 years studying Augusta's habits and actions while testing her mental capability. Dr. Alzheimer continued to study Augusta's brain until she died at the young age of 55 years old on the day of April 6, 1906, after completely losing all cognitive ability. After the examination of Augusta's brain by Dr. Alzheimer, he revealed that there were dense deposits, now called neuritic plaques, outside and around the nerve cells in her brain. Inside of the cells were twisted fibers, or neurofibrillary tangles. His findings are what we now conclude to call Alzheimer's disease. Today, Alzheimer's disease affects 5.4 million Americans all across the country, usually beginning in those in their mid-60s. Somebody is diagnosed with this incurable disease every 69 seconds. It is the most expensive disease in all of the U.S., costing $226 billion every year. If Augusta Dieter were alive today, and we concluded that she had Alzheimer's disease, she would be placed into a nursing home due to her husband no longer being able to take care of her. She would experience the same pains, frustrations, and obstacles. We could offer Augusta no more help with her loss of memory and physical capabilities than they did 116 years ago. And although there have been amazing growths of medications since 1901, including cures for smallpox, malaria, polio, and many more, no progress has been achieved for Alzheimer's disease. By 2050, more than 150 million people will have Alzheimer's. These people will either be you or a loved one you now have to care for. In the top 10 causes of death, Alzheimer's is the only one that we cannot prevent, cure, or even slow down. Some might argue that we are trying to find answers. However, the effort being put into cancer is not being put forth for Alzheimer's. Research funding per year for cancer is at $5 billion, while Alzheimer's is only at $0.5 billion. We are spending way less on research for Alzheimer's disease, even though the cost of care for Alzheimer's each year is double the cost of cancer care. Cancer costing $100 billion, while Alzheimer is costing $200 billion every year. And the deaths per disease has nothing to do with the lack of research on Alzheimer's, since deaths of cancer is at 550,000 and Alzheimer's at 500,000. We can find a cure for this disease through one word: awareness. If we all have a real hope for achievement, it can happen. We can find the right drug and the right procedures to block the steps in the brain that lead to Alzheimer's. This is one of the biggest social and medical problems in our generation. After 116 years, it's Alzheimer's turn. Let's fight for a cure.